Sunday night. It's the 12th of May. I'll confirm that here in a second. It's about, currently it's 9:45 in the evening. And it is the 12th. We got about a 5-day moon out there. What I'm going to do is run a quick check, referencing a couple of three galaxies that I turned up previous night. What I want to do is I'm going to switch between color mode and black and white mode using IR sensitivity as a setting. Okay, we're looking at NGC 5004, A, B, and C here. I did center Arcturus just before navigating the NGC 5004. NGC 5004 is a galaxy in Gamma Berenices, magnitude 13.7, 1.4 by 1.1 arc minute lenticular spiral with a ring 322 million light years distant. Not a particularly bright galaxy. There are a couple other ones. There's a B and a C in the field, and I am going to navigate to them next. And then we're going to go to a brighter galaxy, 5005. But first, I'm going to capture images of these three galaxies in 5005 in color mode, which does not allow as much IR sensitivity, because it turns off IR sensitivity in color mode, the Revolution 2 imager. So here's B. B is magnitude 15.5. I'm going to jump to it now. You watch the stars jump. This pair in particular right here. And they jump to the upper right part of the screen, and now a new galaxy should take focus. Give it a chance to develop itself on the screen. Despite the 5-day moon, we are seeing the galaxies. The brighter 13th magnitude A is probably that one right there. And there is a fainter galaxy here, which is probably our 15.5 magnitude galaxy. And I'm also seeing another faint galaxy right there forming a flat low triangle. Give it a few seconds and we will go to C. Let me tell you about 5004B first. It takes about 40 seconds for an image to fully formulate on the screen. At these settings, 128 flood, 42 with image decibels gained with image stabilization. NGC 5004B is another galaxy in Gamma Berenices. This one's fainter, magnitude 15.5, 0.8 by 0.5 arc minutes, spiral with a bar, lowercase a, b, 283 million light years distant, which means it's probably 50 million light years closer than our last galaxy. We're going to make the jump to C. And let's watch those two stars. I suspect they will disappear from the screen. Up and to the right. No. Wow, went down to the left. Okay, so apparently they weren't in correct right ascension order. I'm going to go ahead and return to 5004 after this has a chance to settle. I'll give you some data on it, and then we're going to recapture, I'm going to center it, and we're going to recapture the galaxies quickly again. This is actually a test to see if we can get some more image quality and depth if we're in black and white mode with IR sensitivity turned on. Okay, so we're going to 5004A. And that will be the brightest galaxy in the field. And there's quite a few up there, actually. You know, it's very difficult for me to determine at this point which galaxy is A. So what we're going to do now is we're simply going to keep the field the way it is set up now. And let's see if there's any improvement in the image quality and sensitivity. Should we go to picture adjust? No, we're not going there. We want to go scene select. Day-night mode. I'm going to switch that to day. Why aren't you? All right, that's good. Switch to day. Auto. Night. IR, notice IR optimization is now on. Okay, so let's go back and have a look and see if there's been any real qualitative visual improvement in the field after it has a chance to regenerate the image. Now we are still seeing a bluish tint to the screen, but everything should be grayscale at this point. We're going to have to take about 40 seconds for the images to formulate. Once again, NGC 5004A is a larger than 1 arc-minute size galaxy in the 13th magnitude range. And while it's formulating, I'll just go ahead and capture the data again. NGC 5004A, galaxy in Gamma Berenices, magnitude 13.7, 1.4 by 1.1 arc minute, so it's about magnitude 14.3 or so, average surface brightness, spiral of the lenticular class with a ring, 322 million light years distant. That should have given it enough time to formulate on the screen. Now we're going to make the leap to B. NGC 5004B is also a galaxy in Gamma Berenices, magnitude 15.5, 0.8 by 0.5 arc minutes, spiral with a bar, lowercase ab, 283 million light years distant. And we can clearly see 5004A right about there. It's the brighter galaxy. I'll give you the data on that, and then we're going to make a leap to a neighboring galaxy which is much brighter and larger. Once again, NGC 5004C is a galaxy in Gamma Berenices, magnitude 15.5, but larger. 1.5 by 0.8 arc minutes, putting this at about magnitude 16.3 average surface brightness. Spiral with a bar, lowercase ab. It is also 324 million light years distant, so it is in the same region of space as 5004A. We're at right ascension 13, 1101, 20 declination, plus 29, 34, 40, and let's move on to the next galaxy. As you see, 5005 is a galaxy in Canis Venatici, magnitude 9.8, large, 5.8 by 2.9 arc minutes, spiral with a bar, lowercase bc, 44 million light years distant. We're at 131056 right ascension, 370330, and declination. This is our black and white view of NGC 5005. I'm going to allow it to fully develop, and then we're going to switch to color mode again to see if there's really any definitive difference between color mode without IR sensitivity and black and white mode with IR sensitivity. Now, one of the reasons why IR sensitivity should matter is because virtually every galaxy I have ever examined for its color spectra was 3 to 4 magnitudes, anywhere from about 2.5 to 3 magnitudes brighter in the IR spectrum on the J line, which means if we really are able to detect some of that luminosity through the Earth's atmosphere, and there's no guarantee of that, we should be seeing more extension and potentially more texture in the galaxy's presentation. I'm pretty impressed with what I'm seeing on the screen right here, but I was impressed with what I was able to reveal last night as well during the Messiering around with the Comma Virgo galaxy group. All right, so let's make the shift now over to color mode and see what we can make of it. Okay, now we're in day mode, which means color, no IR optimization. Exiting and saving. Let's give it a chance to formulate on the screen. Once again, we're at NGC 5005, a galaxy in Canis Venatici, magnitude 9.8, 5.8 by 2.9 arc minutes, spiral with a bar, and a lowercase bc, 2.5 times removed from lenticular class, the mature class of spiral galaxies, 44 million light years distant. There is our look. I could not tell you whether or not this is an improvement, a disimprovement, or pretty much the same. Let's give it a few more seconds. And then there was that one little test that looked intriguing in there that I stumbled onto during the manipulation. Pretty fine looking galaxy for a non-Messier. All right, I'm going to go ahead and check that other data for a second, and then we'll have one more look. Here's our last little test. I've put the sensitivity into auto mode just to see what becomes of the galaxy. I have to give it a chance to collect those photons. It appears to me that auto mode may not be such a good choice. It doesn't seem to be formulating the image nearly as quickly. Although it's starting to come together a little bit now. Going to make 6 passes of about 3 to 4 seconds each, and then there's image stabilization time. It typically takes, as I mentioned earlier, about 40 seconds to fully generate an image. I'm going to give it about 10 more seconds as I scan through here just to see if there might be another adventitious galaxy that we might want to have a look at. lot of it in the deep south. Here's an interesting galaxy, NGC 5020. Let's go to that one next, and then I will shift through the modalities. Okay, we're now at NGC 5020, another galaxy in Virgo. Magnitude 11.7, 3.1 by 2.7 arc minutes, so fairly large for that magnitude. Spiral with a bar, lowercase bc, and a ring. 152 million light years distant, and it's that ring that intrigues me because it should be right on the threshold of visibility on this galaxy. I do believe it's in color mode right now. There's lots of speckling on the screen. So let's check our brightness, 20, contrast 15. Those are the reasonable numbers. Could be a lot of atmospheric water. And now we're going to make this is going to be the final study of the evening for this purpose. We're going to now go to daytime. Switch it to day mode. Night and day. And return. You are the one. Only you beneath the moon. And we'll see what we can make of it. Whether near to once again, this is NGC 5020, galaxy in Virgo, magnitude 11.7, 3.1 by 2.7 arc minutes, spiral with the bar, lowercase bc, and a ring, 152 million light years distant. And we're just running some little tests here to see whether it makes any difference between running in color mode, black and white mode with IR sensitivity, or just leaving it in auto mode. And my experience so far with auto mode is it takes it a while longer to determine to generate an image, determining the algorithm. So we're going to call it a carpe noctem on NGC 5020, and it'll have to wait until I have a chance to review the images on the computer screen before I can get any sense as to whether day or color mode, day mode in color or night mode with IR enhancement is a better way to go in terms of imaging galaxies using the REV2 system. All right, carpe noctem. There's oh such a hungry yearning burning inside of me, and this torment won't be through to let me spend my life making love with you day and night, day and night, day and night, night and day.